Hey guys, so today we're focusing on writing prompts, indicaciones de escritora. And while we're focusing on writing prompts, we're gonna really zoom in on annotating for a purpose, anotando con propósito. So our objetivo, is that students, el estudiantes, will be able to annotate and anotar their prompt for purpose, propósito. So what are students gonna be able to do? Go ahead and answer that question. So when we talk about annotating, annotar, we're meaning that we're going to write down our key points from the prompt. We're going to highlight and mark up our prompt, and we're going to write down the key points. When we talk about purpose or propósito, we're looking and identifying why we are writing this essay. So finding the purpose is knowing why we're writing our essay. So what is annotating? What is purpose? So we have 4 steps in annotating for purpose, anotando con propósito. There's 4 steps. What do you think our first step is? Do you think that we're going to identify the genre? Do you think that we're going to jot the task? Do you think that we're going to box out our clues? Or do you think we're going to be reading our gist first? If you said read for gist, you are absolutely right. The very first thing that we do when we get our writing prompt is that we read for gist and we ask ourselves, what is this prompt asking me to do? The second thing that we do is we identify the genre, and if there's an audience, we also identify the audience that we're writing to. So you're going to ask yourself, is this an argumentative essay? Is it an expository essay? Or is it a narrative essay? The third thing that we do is we box out our clues. So we box out our clues or highlight our clues, and our clues are our key points in the prompt, the key things that tell us what we need to do. And then lastly, step 4, we jot the task in our own words. So we're going to write down what we need to include in our essay so we remember exactly what we need to do so we can get all points on our essay. So let's practice this together. Step 1 is to read for gist. So let's read this prompt for gist. Our prompt says, write an essay explaining what animal makes a better pet, cats, gatos, or dogs, perros. Use evidence to support your claim. So I know that we're paying attention to which animal is better, cats or dogs. So that's my gist, which are better, cats or dogs. Now my step 2, identify the genre. Well, I know that if I am going to tell whether cats or dogs are better, that means I have to choose a stance. So I have to state whether I like cats or dogs. So if I'm choosing a stance or have to state my position, I believe that's an argumentative essay. I also see the word evidence in here, and claim. It says use your evidence to support your claim. Those 2 key words tell me also that this is going to be an argumentative essay. So now that I've identified the genre, now I need to box out my clues. I know that I'm focusing on which one's a better pet, and I'm focusing on if I prefer cats or dogs. So those are the main clues for my essay. Lastly, I need to jot down the task. What do I need to include in my essay to get full credit? I need to, 1, make sure that I state which makes a better pet. That's the first thing I need to do. Then I need to explain why that's a better pet. And then also I need to make sure that I include evidence. Those are the 3 things that I need to make sure I include for my essay. That's my criteria for success, or CFS, is that I need to include these 3 things in order to get full credit on my essay. So now it's your turn. This is your exit ticket. So crush that just like the little salt guy. So you are going to be writing or answering this prompt. It says write an essay explaining whether or not you believe that school should be in session year-round. Year-round means that you are in school the entire year. You do have breaks. You just don't have like a giant summer break. Instead, the breaks are created throughout the year. So you're going to write an essay explaining that. Make sure that you have your step 1. You read for gist, because we're just annotating the prompt today. We're not actually writing this essay. So you're going to 1, read for gist, 2, identify the genre, 3, box out the clues, 4, jot your task. On your paper at the bottom, this is your exit ticket. This is exactly what it looks like. And this is where you're going to answer all 4 steps. You're going to write down your gist, You're going to write down your clues, write down your genre, and write down your task. And that tells me that you are done with your work. So make sure you do those things for your exit ticket. That's all I have for this lesson. Hasta luego.